Hi, Peter Ronan, New York Fashion Times, and I have.
I am Iggy, Peter.
Hi, Iggy.
How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Long time no speak.
And see.
And see, that's for sure.
And what are we looking at, speaking of seeing?
So, you are looking at my first sample of the Iggy by 8 collection.
So this is something you designed, sewed, everything.
I definitely designed it. I didn't sew it myself. I actually made this in Istanbul, Turkey.
Okay, and why there?
I have been modeling in Turkey for almost 6 years, on and off, and the industry there is amazing. Like it's the Valhalla of fashion.
It's amazing in terms of diversity or in terms of the quantity of things you can find, or in terms of what?
So the manufactories there are amazing. Like a lot of big brands make their clothes there. They have beautiful fabrics. They have silk in Bursa. They have beautiful material, and it's just a really effective, but also a great country to make your clothes.
And this is all silk, correct?
Yes, this is 100% silk.
So you know what I'm going to ask you, right?
Come on.
I need a little turnaround.
All right.
Slowly, slowly, slowly. Okay. Once you, yeah,
Back is really good. I like to swing it because the swing is so good, you know?
so it's kind of it's an interesting cut because there's a bit of a skirt element to it, with also, a fitted top. So it got more of a formal look on top, but more of a casual look on the skirt.
I like the way you look at my fashion, really. Great look.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
You got an eye for it.
And this, the bow is, you can tie yourself, right?
So my idea was to make a dress that every girl fits. And
Wow.
I
Okay.
wanted to make girls feel sexy, elegant, but also playful at the same time. Because that's the way I like to be, you know? Like, what's Iggy? I stand for sexy, but classy and joyful.
So the playful is the skirt,
Yes.
and the sexy and elegant is the top.
Exactly. You got it.
I'm catching
I
on
didn't have
here.
to explain you anything.
One of these days I'll figure things out. Now, how does it become that's one size fit all?
So it's a wrap dress. So you
Okay.
know Diane van Furstenberg?
Mm-hmm.
She's famous for her wrap dresses, and I always loved her collections. And I always thought, like, I want to make something for all the women out there, you know? Like, I don't want to make a dress that just one model type can wear. Because,
Sure.
you know, I've been working in this fashion industry for so long, and the comments that I get on the trade shows and on all the fashion shows is like, well, yeah, you know, if she wears it, that fits her because she's skinny. And that's great, but how beautiful if you can make something that every girl can wear.
So you can adjust the waistline.
Yes. And then, so the waistline, you can just wrap it up. So it comes in all sizes.
Gotcha. Okay. What about things like sleeve length and?
So I make it in 3 sizes: small, medium, and large.
Okay.
So we do, like, before, long girls need, of course, a little bit longer on the ends and the sleeves too. So you can choose between 3 sizes.
Okay. And this is available now, or when will we have this ready?
So this is the first sample, and I still want to change a lot of things. Like, I have to work on the bottoms. I want to work actually also on the fabric, because after being in this process, I realized that I want to put something on this market that's eco-friendly, and it needs to be sustainable. Because there's so much fashion and, fast fashion that's really being the biggest pollution actually here on planet Earth, and I don't want to be part of that. Like, I drive a green car, I need to wear green clothes.
So isn't silk a green material?
No, actually, making silk is a very hard, demanding job, and there's a lot of processes that are definitely not sustainable.
So even though theoretically comes from a silkworm, the the actual processing it into like a sheet material
God.
is very,
Yeah, it's really bad for the environment.
Ooh,
It
okay.
takes a lot of water, and like the plantains and anything to like grow these plants, it takes so much water, and the water is all
also a
we need.
resource and scarce as well. So what are you going to do to make it more, shall we say, I don't want to, maybe vegan friendly?
Exactly. So I'm looking now with some people in Istanbul that are working with only vegan material, and even those are tricky because it takes what's the energy that you put in there to make a product, right? So
Yeah.
you also need to look at that. So it has a long way to go, but the first sample is here, and we're gonna work on it, and maybe here in LA, there's a lot of opportunities here.
The first sample in terms of a finished garment or in terms of just the raw material?
Finished garments. Let
Oh,
me
wow,
focus
okay.
on that.
Okay. And have you explored your color palette yet, or not necessarily?
So I want to come out with a special edition every 3 months, and then I will work with the seasons. So, for example, this I made with Christmas, so it had to be like more like a Bordeaux red, and more like Christmas vibes. But then for in the summer, I want to go for a white or off pink or like a baby blue. I have to change seasons. But I made this design that it can actually go for the whole season. Like it's a dress where you
Year
can
round.
year round, exactly.
Yeah.
So you can wear this during the day with a really cute booty and with some sneakers, but then in the night you put on your sandals or like high-waisted boots and you're like a completely different girl. So it's an all year, all day round dress.
And what inspired you for the all year concept? What was it? Was it you're traveling? Or what made you think about all temperatures, all times a year?
Peter, I'm so happy you asked me that question because, as a model, I travel a lot and it's so hard to always try to find the right stuff to put in your suitcase, right? Because sometimes you're in New York, but then you have to fly to LA and then you have to change your complete suitcase. And it's just too much work. How beautiful if you have a dress that can fit everywhere. You can wear this in the winter in New York, but you can also wear it now in LA in the sun.
So the other factor is, I mean, if you're packing, this is a very thin material, right? It doesn't take up a lot of space. If you're doing a thick sweater,
Exactly. Who wants to wear sweaters now? You look pretty, like girls want to look pretty.
right, exactly. So, are you in the process of designing other looks, or are you just focusing on this one look for now?
So I actually studied in London. I did fashion school there for the Condé Nast College of Fashion and Design, and my end project was athletic wear. So I have an athletic wear collection. Never really done anything with it. And then I worked here with my best friend Pamela. She's the owner of Bahimi, and I designed like bikinis for her. So, I've been in the designing industry for a long time, but this is really the first thing that I'm really proud of and what I really want to come out with. So the dresses it's more like the Iggy.
Gotcha, gotcha. So you're not really focusing, shall we say, on swimwear or on, this is what you want to focus on?
I want to focus on dresses.
Gotcha, gotcha. Well, it was so nice catching up with you,
Too.
and this looks like a very interesting project.
I'm really happy you like it. Thank
Yeah,
you, Peter.
Yeah. So again, where can we find you?
You can find me at Instagram at Iggy, and on my Facebook it's Iggy Van D.
Great. Well, thanks so much for joining us, and thank you for watching. You're watching New York Fashion Times.